Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. So if you guys have seen me in this clothes and this hair and this makeup before, it's because I'm doing two videos today. So the one video is about highlighting and contouring. I don't know which video I'm going to upload first, but anyway, that is basically what is happening. I needed to fit in two videos into one day because I am just running behind. So this video is going to be a review on the Lilumia amazing little robot that washes your makeup brushes. I am absolutely in love with this device. So just to let you guys know right off the bat, this video is not sponsored whatsoever. So these are my own opinions, my own thoughts, and yeah. So yeah, just to throw that out there because I know a lot of you don't like sponsored videos. This video is not sponsored. Okay, so this is what it looks like right here. I did get mine in pink. I love pink. It's like one of my favorite colors. I did debate on whether if I wanted to get silver, just because I also love anything like white and silver, and I love that kind of decoration, and I figured that would go well with my vanity. But in the end, I ended up going with pink. They do have pink, gold, silver, and gold, silver, black, and pink. You can pick out of those four colors. Like this is the on and off button. You can also push this button to pause it and also to use the drain, and I'm going to do a demo tutorial on how it all works. So this is just kind of like my thoughts on the product. It comes with this little lid right here, which is ventilated right up there. When I used mine, the first time that I used it, I did put the lid on it while it was washing, just because I was afraid that water would get out or it would be messy, but it was not messy at all. So the second and third and fourth and fifth time that I used it, I ended up doing it without the lid every single time. So it is up to you if you want to do it with or without. It's not going to really affect anything if you decide to do it with or without. I just like to do it without, just because it's easier to, you know, get in, get out, and do everything that you need to do. So when you take the lid off, you see that it has the little brush holder in here, and it does say that it holds up to 12 brushes. I was able to put up to 17 brushes in mine, and at one point about 20. So what I did, especially for my smaller eye brushes, I just doubled up. So instead of only putting like one brush in here, I put two at a time in the little holders. So you can do that as well. Just make sure not to force anything. Like if you try to put two in there and they're not fitting, then just move on and, you know, leave it in its own little spot, because you don't want to break the ferrule of your brushes or your brushes. You don't want to break your brushes at all. So just, if it doesn't fit, move on, or just maybe find a smaller brush. This is what the soap looks like. The soap does not come included with the device, so this is completely separate. This bottle, the big bottle, is $19.95 on their website. They do recommend that you only use their soap and their soap only, because they can't guarantee that the Lilumia will work as well if you do use a different soap. I use this soap. As you can tell, I only used a tiny little bit, and I used my device about 7 times, and that is all that I used. I will go into more detail during the demo part of this, but basically my thoughts on this device are, my pros are, it's amazing. It washed my brushes really well. I have no complaints at all in how it left my brushes. They were really clean. Normally it would take me like 2 hours to clean all my brushes under the sink. With another person helping me, when Lexi helped me, it took me about an hour. With this device, it was so easy, and you don't have to stand there and break your back and wash your brushes. That's what I like. I would rather, even if it took 10 hours, even if it took a whole day to wash my brushes with this device, I would still use it, because I don't want to I don't want to stand in the sink washing my brushes, because my back, like and this is one of the biggest reasons why I haven't washed my brushes in the sink, is because, and this happens to me when I give my dogs a bath as well. I actually have 2 herniated discs in my back from years ago, and I have pain on and off from my back, and certain things kill my back. So when I wash my brushes and I'm standing there under the sink and I'm kind of leaning over in the sink washing my brushes, when I'm done, I am in so much pain. And I'm in pain the next day as well. Like, it actually makes me teary-eyed because the pain is so bad. And it's a struggle. You know, any of you guys, if you've dealt with back pain, it does get to you, and it can be depressing when you're in pain. Like, you want to go do things and you can't because you're in pain, or you can go and you do those things but you don't really enjoy them because you're in pain. So for me, it has literally not only saved me time, but it saved me pain. I will always use the Lilumia device instead of the sink because it saved me so much time, and my back is not in pain anymore. Like, I actually set it on my vanity because that's where all of my brushes are. So I left it on my vanity, I plugged it in, and I just put the brushes in, let them wash, you know, themselves, whatever. I got an ice cream. I came back into the room. I ate my ice cream. I saw the little guy there washing my brushes while I was watching TV, eating an ice cream. Then it stopped. The light was blinking. I got up, took my brushes out, set them to dry, put the next batch in, went back and watched some more TV. So it's just amazing. I absolutely love it. So the only kind of negative thing that I would have to say about it, and it's not really negative, but I do wish that you could fit more brushes in it more comfortably. I found myself struggling, like trying to fit as many as I could, you know, because obviously you want to not like do more cycles. So I'm hoping that in the future they do come up with a device that will allow for more brushes, you know, to be able to fit in there. But other than that, I have nothing bad to say about it. I absolutely love it. And it's really worked out well for me. So yeah, this was a pretty long introduction, and I'm really sorry. I just wanted to tell you guys my thoughts and my journey with the device. And yeah. And now I am going to kind of show you, not kind of, I'm going to show you the demo of how I use the device. Okay, so now that I pretty much talked you guys to death, I didn't think I was going to talk that much, but I always talk so much, so I'm really sorry. But yeah, I'm going to show you guys the demo and how I used it and what worked for me. So yeah, that is what I'm going to show you now, and I will see you guys next time. So this is what your Lilumia box will look like. The soap is not included, but you can order it online for $19.95. If you are thinking of ordering this for a Mother's Day present or just as a gift for someone, just be careful because the shipping box does have the words Lilumia on the outside. Inside the box, you will find your instruction booklet, a measuring cup, the power cord, and the device itself. I have taken the wrapper off of my Lilumia device, so this is what it'll look like once it's completely out of the packaging. You will find the instruction manual very well detailed, but if you're more of a visual person like myself, you will find that there's a video on lilumia.com that you can follow along with. Finally, getting to the fun part. So these are the first batch of brushes that I'm going to be putting into the Lilumia device. As you can see, they were really in need of a deep cleaning. So let's just go ahead and put these in. So you're going to want to take your measuring cup included with the Lilumia device, and you're going to want to fill it all the way to the top line. You also want to make sure that the water being used is warm. Next, we're going to want to get our Lilumia device ready for action. So plug in the one end of the power adapter to the back of your Lilumia device. Next, find your nearest wall outlet. And now we're ready to go. Next, taking the warm water that we filled up earlier, you're going to pour that into the clean water area and fill it right up below the max fill line inside the Lilumia. So the next step is going to be to load our Lilumia. So we're going to pop off the brush holder like so, and here's a close-up look at what the brush holder actually looks like. So now let's start loading some of the brushes. So I'm going to grab the brushes that I had already set aside. I'm going to double up on some of the holders. As you can see here, I'm doubling up with 2 eye brushes. In some of the other ones, I'm going to only be able to fit a face brush. For this first batch, I didn't go as crazy as I was being really careful. So I only stuck to putting in one at a time, and then I doubled up on two holders with two eye brushes. In the next couple of batches, I was able to double up and even do triple brushes, so I was able to fit a lot more than 12. Your brushes should look something like this once you're done loading them into the holder. Once you've attached the holder back onto the device, you'll be able to adjust the height. So let's attach the holder back to the Lilumia device. You will hear a click that'll let you know that your brush holder is secure. And now we're ready to move on to the next step. Now it's time for the cleanser. Lilumia suggests that you pour 2 ounces of the cleanser directly onto the cleaning disc. I found that about a half an ounce or a little bit less than an ounce worked best for me. So this is how much I will be pouring in. Again, you're going to want to load this directly onto the cleaning disc. Putting the lid back on the device is totally optional. I did it for the first time, but since then I haven't used the lid as it doesn't make any mess. And I found it much easier to go from batch to batch of brushes without the lid. Now it's time to clean these brushes. Push the on button on the front of the device and watch the magic happen. The Lilumia starts cleaning your brushes right away. This is what your device should sound like. So now that its sound is established, let me show you what it should look like as it's washing. As you can see, my bristles are not flat up against the surface. You want to make sure that the bristles are touching the cleaning surface, but you don't want to smash your brushes all the way down. Doing so may cause damage to the bristles on your brush. We're almost done with the wash cycle. Your light should be green at this step. Next, we're going to move on to the first rinse cycle. The light will turn purple. The Lilumia will start draining the water. It'll sound something like this. Once the device has drained the water, it's going to fill the surface again with clean water. This is the first rinse cycle. After the first rinse cycle, it'll enter a second rinse cycle. At that point, your light will turn white. I skipped through to mine since the video will be too long, but after the second rinse cycle is done, your device will start blinking pink. That means that everything is completed and your brushes are now clean. Now it's time to get our brushes out. So take the holder off of the device and you're going to want to remove any excess water from the brushes. I usually just squeeze the water out in this motion. So after this step, I always like to wipe down the cleaning surface with a paper towel just to remove any excess makeup that is on there from the brushes. Next, you're going to want to clean the water tank. So just go ahead and pull the little water tank out and just dump this down your drain. You will see how filthy the water comes out and how dirty your brushes actually were. So you can either stop here or continue on to the optional 3-minute rinse. You will see the second blinking pink light. What you want to do for this is replace the water tank back into the device. Next, you're going to pour warm water directly onto the cleaning surface area and press the blinking pink light. This will start your optional 3-minute rinse. This 3-minute optional rinse should not be needed unless your brushes are deeply soiled like mine were. You can see how much cleaner the water is during this rinse. After you're done with your optional rinse, just drain the excess water from your brushes and hang them to dry. If you plan on doing a second batch of brushes, you can set them on a paper towel and reshape them and then load your second batch of brushes.
So I wanted to show you guys a comparison of my clean brushes that I just washed with the Lilumia device and the dirty brushes that I still have to wash. So you can see here from the paper towel test that they are super clean. There is no makeup coming off on the paper towel whatsoever. And I did do a few more cycles after this with my other brushes. I pretty much washed all of my hundreds of brushes with Lilumia this day. So this is my second batch of brushes. This time I did it without the lid. So I just wanted to show you what it looks like without the lid. Again, I put very, very little soap just because that's what works for me. If you feel that you're using too much soap, try to play around with the quantity of the soap. If you find that it isn't enough, you can always add a little bit more soap or more water to the surface. So now my brushes are all clean. Next, I'm going to tell you about some exciting news from Lilumia. Lilumia has just released the Lilumia 2. You can purchase it for $159 or do payments for $25 a month. These are some of the new features of the new Lilumia 2. The Lilumia 2 also features a cleaning disc. You can also purchase this cleaning disc separately for $9.99 if you simply just want to add it to your Lilumia. Thank you guys so much for watching. We love you so much and we will see you next time. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye!